nafikiri tulipanga tusherekee vitu tatu: 6 years independence, 6 years ya mentor na mambo tulifanya jana, si ndio?
Nilimwambia vae red. Alafu anavaa ni Arsenal. Sijui Arsenal wana shida gani. I'll take this opportunity to invite Waziri Ken Ambani. Karibu sana. At least wewe pia ni Arsenali. Watu wa Arsenali wako hapa. Ndio sababu kuna shida nyingi hapa.
Assalamu alaikum. Tunasherehekea sio? Mimi saa 8 nilikuwa bado napiga debe kule nje. Kwa sababu hii. Anyway, we thank God for this. First and foremost, I would like to thank you, Mentor, for the invite. Nataka kusema shukran sana kwa Red Cross kwa kazi nzuri mnayofanya Mombasa, Kenya na ulimwengu mzima. Leo ni siku ya kusherehekea. Na kama alivyosema waziri mwenzangu, ni siku ya kusherehekea vitu vitatu. Hii tushasherehekea. Sasa bado mawili. Moja ni the 60 years. Congratulations to Red Cross. During this time is when I got, during your time, is when I got the life membership of Red Cross. And it was out of your motivation, Mentor, that I was actually motivated to get the life membership. Because we have been in this field for a very long time. Ndugu yangu nimemjua muda mrefu, tumekuwa naye, tumefanya kazi naye kabla hatujakuja county, na ni mtu ambaye tabia yake, mienendo yake ni mienendo ambayo ni ya kuigwa. Na ndio sababu most of the times we actually say when you're called mentor, you're not just mentor by name, but you're mentor by action. Ombi langu kwa yule anayeingia ni kwamba kakangu mkubwa, you are up to the task. And we appreciate the good work that you have done all this time. He was not, kama anavyosema Rais Ruto, I'm not mad. He was not mad to have actually nominated you as the incoming chair. There is a lot that you need to think about. The community here, I think you have worked with us, and you're well aware of the kind of people that we are, and I believe you're up to the task. Na kama alivyosema, nafikiri Mwamiri, Mheshimiwa, tafadhali be you, walk like you, because we appreciate you as you are, and hope with God's guidance, you will become a mentor to most of us who are actually walking behind you. Mentor, congratulations for the 6 years. We wish you well as you walk forward. Uongozi hutwaliwa, kama wanavyosema Waswahili. Uongozi hutwaliwa. You don't wait for it to come to you. But at the same time, there has to be a following. So when you're called upon to lead, please do not hesitate. Angalia na angalia kando. Do not hesitate, because trust me, we need you, and we will work with you, and we will support you in whichever way you need us to work with you. So with those very many remarks, congratulations to Kenya Red Cross, congratulations to you. Mwenyezi Mungu atubariki na tusherehekee sote pamoja, na tusisahau kusherehekea zaidi, kuna semifinali inakuja.
Asante. So I know we have a lot of leaders here. Kabla ya kumuita kiongozi kijana, because unajua vijana hii ndio wakati wenu, sio? Kabla ya kumuita kiongozi kijana ambaye tuko naye hapa, I just want to identify a few leaders. Kuna advisors wa governor, namuona Councillor Musyoka, if you can stand, Yukabeth, mnaweza simama muonekane. Ustadh Shafi yuko hapa around ama ametoka. And then tuko na youth leaders kutoka University Beast. Simama tu. Kwa sababu vijana Kimbieni huku chini, kimbia. Any youth leader from universities, wale ambao walikuwa nakuja, wale nilikuwa natembea na wao ama washatoroka. Youth leaders. Na pia youth leaders ambao wanatoka mashinani, sio wa Red Cross. Nataka tu kuwatambua, njooni tafadhali. Any youth leader. Huyo wa mashinani, nice. Tuanze kule mwisho tumalize na Beast. Just say unatoka wapi, unawakilisha.
Yes, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Kwa majina naitwa Joseph Olo, the president of the Great Technical University of Mombasa. Sisi tunashukuru sana. Thank you. Tunashukuru sana Kenya Red Cross. We've been working together and we also have a team of Kenya Red Cross team na pamoja na the firefighters team. Juzi tulikuwa na maneno madogo pale na in a few minutes the firefighters walifika pamoja na Kenya Red Cross na wakatusaidia. So kama Technical University of Mombasa pia tunashukuru sana. To mentor, we are grateful na mbarikiwe sana. Asante.
Habari zenyu? Okay, mimi naitwa Bramo. Mimi niko na organization inajiita Unit. Sisi tunadeal na human rights za Gen Z. Ama aje Gen Z? Tutakuwa tukiwatetea in any cost. Thank you.
Habari zenu? Comrades power. Comrades power. Warembo hai. Vijana mwa. Ama ni warembo mwa. My name is Mwanamkuu Hamisi Kasim, a student in Technical University of Mombasa, career ambassador in East Africa. I have no much to say, but I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you so much.
Hamjambo. Hamjambo.
Hakuna mtu apita. Kwambia uguse.
Hamjambo. Haya, nataka kufunza kitu. Nikisema it's wonderful to be here, unasema it's nice to be here. It's wonderful to be here. It's nice to be here. It's wa. It's na. It's wawa. It's nana. Kwa majina naitwa Vivian Wangui, almaarufu naitwa psychologist Vivacious. I'm a third year student pursuing psychology at the Technical University of Mombasa. I've served with Beast as one of his CS, and I'm currently the deputy president of Dawa Alliance and also the youth leader at YMCA. Thank you.
Comrades power. Comrades Zaga. Comrades power. By name, I naitwa Beast from the East. President Emeritus at the only university at the sea level. Sitasema mingi, but nitasema I'm a son in the mentor school of mentorship. The sharpest. Maunidi amesema ametoka hapo Lefaza kwa hapo, but I'm the one who got first class. Comrades power. Comrades power. Secondly, in two we say mentor is the best. Forget about the rest. Comrades power. Lastly, mimi sitasema mingi juu ya mentor. You have known him for now 4 years. Nimesema I'm the graduate, the highest. So I want to say that the hand that giveth receiveth. Nikianza kusema history hapa tutatoka. But mentor know these are my sons and daughters. So these are your granddaughters and sons. These are also, I'll mentor them. Sawa, Congress power. Nitakuwa mentor 002. Sawa, asanteni sana.
Assalamu alaikum. Habari zenu. Habari zenu tena. Manchester oye. Manchester oye! Asanteni sana. Kumbe tuko wengi. And I thought I was alone bana. Tutakubali kupanga kweli? Hata kama tuko namba 14. Sasa. Okay. My name is Fahad Mbarak. I'm the former chairman of the Muslim Students Association of the University of Nairobi and an active participant. And one thing I can say about our Muslim Association is that we wouldn't be where we are now if it were not for the support of Mentor Mahmoud Noor. So I would like to take this opportunity to really appreciate his effort, his support and dedication. And inshallah, we'll walk this journey together in the future. And we are really proud for your efforts for the Red Cross Club. By the way, there is a Red Cross Club in the University of Nairobi. And we are not as active as per se, but it is existing. And inshallah, we'll continue to ensure we'll prosper in our university. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Lastly, Manchester, oye! Thank you so much.
Habari zenu. Fahad wewe ni ndugu yangu, lakini lazima niseme Arsenal hoye! Arsenal ria! Comrades power! Comrades wisdom! Kwa majina mimi ni Mohamed Jailani, Governor-elect University of Nairobi. Ninangoja kuapishwa tu, tuko na shida ya fununu hapo na pale kidogo, but inshallah itakuwa sawa kabisa. Yangu ni machache, nataka nimshukuru Mentor. Thank you very very much kwa uongozi umetupatia in these 6 years. I recall when I was a first year law student at the University of Nairobi, I met this person. We did not interact too much, but kumwona tu, I can say that I grew as a person from you. Na tungeweza kuongeza miaka 6 mengine, tungeongeza au sio? Tungeongeza kabisa. So we wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. Kwa uongozi wote unaotaka, sisi as comrades tumesema ni tick hapo kabisa. Comrades power! Mentor power!
Assalamu alaikum everyone, na Bwana asifiwe ndugu zetu wa Kristo. Kwa majina naitwa Mgeni Juma Ali. I'm the deputy president Mombasa County Youth Leaders. Bado hatujapishwa kama mwenzetu hapa. Yet to be launched. Na it is open kwa kila mtu kujoin. Na pia I'm happy to be part of this kwa sababu Mentor anafanya vijana tujiamini na kuwa tunaweza. Asanteni.
Mambo. Nataka poa na vijana, hiyo ni wazee. Sawa. Mambo. Nikisema kijana, unasema ni fursa. Kijana? Temeni na nguvu. Wajua mimi ndio niko na mic. Hata nienjoy president. Kijana! Twendeni. Kijana! Jina langu naitwa Amsterdam Kinoti Mtungi. Ukipenda niite Senior Kinoti 00. Mimi ni vice chairman wa Swahili Port YAG. Kwa hivyo mko nyumbani, karibuni na feel comfortable.
Vijana hoye! Comrades power! Comrades chalala! Naona watu wengi wamesema Arsenal na Manchester, mimi nitasema red hoye! Red hoye! So DJ ana maubad na mimi, sio? Okay, so mimi kwa majina yangu naitwa Rehema Chivati na mimi ni chairperson Youth Advisory Group hapa Swahili Port.
So kando na kuwa na represent Swahili Pot, kuna wenzangu ambao wako nyuma yangu ambao ni members wa Youth Advisory Group. Ningeomba wasimame muwajue kwa sababu hawa ndio huwa wako nyanjani. Jamani, simameni. Youth Advisory Group, simameni tafadhali, watu hawajue. Okay, so hao ndio wenzangu ambao nafanya nao kazi katika hiyo bodi ya Youth Advisory Group. Alafu wale wa nyanjani, vijana hoye! Vijana hoye! Kuna vijana ambao wametoka nyanjani na bado tunawarepresent, tunatambua uwepo wenu na karibuni sana Swahili Pot. Asanteni sana. Comrades power. Thank you.
The Gunners. Wapi kelele The Gunners wewe? Kwa majina najulikana kama Meremia Nasor. Mimi ni community disaster kutoka Chuda Ward. Nashukuru kupitia trainings tulopata. Nimeshiriki kwa innovation workshop ya Nairobi from Saturday to Sunday, ambao tulitokea the best top 2, ambao tulikuja na solution ya kutumia VR kufanya sensitization trainings in virtual reality form, na pia to solve disasters, to showcase the disasters in virtual reality form, to reduce disaster. Na pia nashukuru Team Fire katika nyanjani tukiwa na problems, wao tukiwapigia first responders, isipokuwa kuna tashwishi kidogo na Kenya Power. Tukiwapigia simu kuwa kuna gogo la stima wanachukua muda mpaka kuja kurespond. Lakini tunashukuru, na pia namshukuru mentor wetu na team disaster, our CC, Madam Sabra, everyone for guiding me, na pia Ummi, my mentor wa mentees. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Inivu. Oui. Wa.
Oui. Wa.
Mimi naitwa Abdurazak Abdalla. Sawa.
Anaoa kesho.
Nimekuwa kiongozi wa Red Cross for more than 6 years. Nimeingia nikiwa youth committee Mombasa, nikaenda region, currently sitting at the national level through guidance ya viongozi wenye wamekuwa Mombasa. Ukiniambia niongee kuhusu mentor, siku itaisha. Because if kama the people seated this side watan support, kama kuna chairman ameingia Mombasa branch na impact yake ikashika youths all over the region, not just Mombasa branch, ni Mahmoud Nur, no one else. So leo nitasema asante sana kwa mentor, asante kwa uongozi wako, asante kwa muda wako, and most of all asante kwa kutushika mkono sote vijana wote wa Mombasa na pwani kwa jumla. Shukran sana.
Bwana harusi siondoke. Leo tuamulika, kesho ajulikane kwamba he is off the market. So ladies, chance ya mwisho. Just muangalia, ashachukuliwa, hajachukuliwa, ameshabukiwa, kesho yuaenda. Bado watatu. Sawa. Hinivu. When I say redo, let's say crossol. Redo. Yeah. So my name is Mohammed Said, the youth chairperson, Kenya Red Cross Mombasa. And I have a team with me. I will like them to stand and just say and wave wherever you are. Please. The youth board that I serve with. Please, let's stand. We have Collins. Yeah, please. Fuda. Yes. So because of time, they won't have the chance to talk, but this is the team that I have been working with. And I have served the youth board, I guess, 4 times. Once as in the university level, I can see Rukia waving. Yeah, tulikuwa pamoja. She was the UNICOL chairperson. She was leading the university all over Mombasa. I was the youth chair in JKUAT. And I just walked through the ladder. Right now I'm the youth chair. And through these years, for more than 7 years, I have seen youth grow. We have networked with youth leaders around Mombasa. So the team that just stood here, you are our network. Whatever you're doing in the community, we echo and we support each other. So our growth as Mombasa branch, it has been successful because of the leadership that we have. And for the 6 years that I have served with Mentor, I don't have to put words on it because action has actually outshined the words that I'm going to talk. So Mentor, the 6 years, we have seen light. So the beam needs to be there as Mr. Gachanja, who is coming in as the chair, is going to make it more brighter for the youth around us. What we need to know is that the network that we have made, the lineage that you have, or the foundation that you have put, it is upon us as youths, it's upon us as volunteers to make sure what was built, it doesn't go in vain. So let's continue supporting each other. Let's continue keeping the good word of what Mentor has done over the 6 years and grow more fruits in what we have on the plate. Thank you very much. Karibuni nyote, Mombasa, Kenya Red Cross.
Subiri tu, msitoke. Najua moderators wananiangalia na macho makali, lakini vijana ndio wako center ya Kenya, si ndio? So sipopatia vijana fursa, iwe ni wazee tu ndio wanaongea, sitakuwa sasa tuna short change Kenya, sio? Najua the main board will come, but now to finalize on this part, wajua Red Cross huwa iko na county level, and then the regional level, the national level, and then all the national societies worldwide form the IFRC, International Federation ya Red Cross na Red Crescent. So in Kenya we are very lucky that our youth leader, national, amechaguliwa ako katika board ya ile international, and it's none other than Abdul Hakim. Karibu. You can introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. Hinivu. Okay, my name is Abdi Hakim Hassan. I'm the outgoing, I will say outgoing National Youth Chair because I remain with only 3 months. So I'm trying to make sure that I do a serious succession plan so that we can get a National Youth Chair who can represent the interest of the youth at large and at heart. So my name is Abdi Hakim Hassan Ahmed. I'm the outgoing National Youth Chair of the Kenya Red Cross Society, and I am a member of the International Federation of the Red Cross Red Crescent Society, a Global Youth Commission. Basically, it deals with global matters of the whole movement on youth matters. So first of all, I want to thank Mentor. Yeah, I think I have met him 2 days ago in Nairobi, and he told me, Abdi Hakim, I want you to be there. And I want also the senior management of the society to be there, but unfortunately the SG is not around. He was supposed to be here also, and he's landing today. Now he has sent his regards to all the volunteers and the members of the society, so receive his warm greetings. And Mentor, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. This is a big opportunity. I have been following Swahili Pot from, in the digital platforms. There are a lot that the young people are benefiting from this Swahili Pot, and also your leadership as the chair of the Mombasa branch. So we really rally behind you, and I wish you all the best as you serve in other platforms. But one thing I will request you is to still continue the service that you are giving to the Kenya Red Cross Mombasa branch and all these young people, because we need you, we need your leadership, we need your support, we need your intellect, we need your asset. You are a great asset to Mombasa branch and also the whole region. So on behalf of Kenya Red Cross, I want to thank you for your 6 years tenure. It was very successful, and I can tell you we have seen that success, and we always look into Mombasa branch when we are getting reports from other regions, maybe the counties at the national level. So this is the county that we look into. This is the county that we really want now. We get exchange knowledge so that other branches who are weak, so that they can get how they can make sure also their branch continue to thrive and have success. So on behalf of Kenya Red Cross, I want to say thank you so much, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. The other thing is I have seen the student leaders. In Kenya Red Cross, what I have done during my tenure is to make sure I started co-opting persons living with disability at the National Youth Committee. The National Youth Committee is the highest governing body of the youth in terms of governance at the national level. When I was elected, I have co-opted persons living with disability who is a member of the National Executive Committee. And when I have seen university leaders who are present in this meeting, one of the key things also we have pushed is we have incorporated the university chapters now, the chapters that we have in our constitution, and inshallah soon we will have a representative who will going to sit at the national level. So nyinyi mujipange na tutakuwa na mkutano. I hope you guys will going to send a representative to the national level. Thank you so much, and thank you for everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, so just 1 minute before you go, Mr. Gachanja, Vice Chair Njoni, nataka watu waanze kuwazoea ili tupige foto moja. Najua time yetu itakuja baadaye, but Mr. Gachanja ndio ambaye anakuja kwa mwenyekiti wetu. Vice Chair njoo, Dr. Khadija. We are just taking a photo na youth leaders because vijana, and I think the message for me is young people will always and should always be at the center of what you are doing. Sisi tusimame hapa tukienda zetu. Gachanja, unaweza simama hapa. Simama hapa chini. I'm going to simama hapa.
Thank you so much. Tupigie makofi. Tupigie makofi pindi unapotoka jukwaani. Hiyo makofi haitoshi. Jamaa, mmesikia hizi historia zenye zimesemwa hapa? Zaidi ya miaka 20, zaidi ya miaka 6. Kwa hivyo ni historia ambayo kwamba tunaienzi zaidi, na bila shaka wanaokuja wataitendea haki, sivyo?
Yes. Sasa tumefika katika ile wakati ambao tunataka kuangalia ile kazi ambayo shirika la Msalaba Mwekundu linafanya haswa katika kaunti yetu ya Mombasa. Na sasa kuna filamu ambayo tumeandaliwa. Wangapi wanapenda kuwatch movies? How many? Naona wengi. Sasa kuna filamu ambayo imeandaliwa ya kuelezea kazi ambayo Red Cross inafanya. Pale kuna bana ambayo inaongea kuhusu mambo kadhaa, lakini nataka tuangalie filamu. Nitakaporudi hapa nitawauliza maswali kadhaa.
Haya, kabla filamu iweze kuanza, ningependa kugusia tu mawili matatu kuhusiana na Bwana Menta, ambapo kwamba tumekuwa naye kwenye safari nyingine ndefu zaidi. Tukiangalia katika safari ya COVID-19, wakati kulipokuwa watu wameamua kuganya chakula, wakati county government na washikadau wengine wamekuja pamoja kuhakikisha kwamba jamii kule mashinani inapata nusra katika hali ya lishe. Bwana Menta alituita juu kama viongozi ambao kwamba ilikuwa tunawakilisha maeneo yote 6 hapa Mombasa, maeneo bunge 6 yote hapa Mombasa, na akatupa ujasiri, akatuambia kwamba hino kazi mnakwenda kufanya sio kazi ya mchezo. Maanake tunakumbuka kwamba, ama sijui ni vipi, maanake za kulikuwa sijazaliwa, kama hapa Kenya kumeshawahi kutokea janga kama lile, na kama hatua ile ya kuganya chakula kama ishe kufanyika. Lakini nakumbuka wakati Bwana Menta alitupa moyo na ujasiri, akatuambia kwamba mnakwenda kufanya shughuli ambayo kwamba ni shughuli nzito na inahitaji hekima na busara. Kwa hivyo hakikisheni kwamba mavijana mnakuwa ngangari. Akatuambia kwamba naangalia sura zenu, je, mnaweza? Juu kule terrace Bwana Menta akatuambia na hizi sura zenu mtaweza? Tukamwambia tunaweza, na bila shaka tuliganya chakula na hali ilivyokwenda ilikuwa sahihi kabisa. Na nakumbuka tena labda kugusia tu alafu tuje kwa documentary, natumai itakuwa iko tayari.
Yes.
Wakati vijana kupigwa risasi ilikuwa imechacha zaidi hapa katika eneo bunge la Mombasa. Bwana Menta alihakikisha kwamba anashika washikadau mashati kuja na miradi tofauti ili kuwezesha vijana kujishughulisha na kujitosa katika shughuli tofauti ambazo kwamba zitawafanya wakuwe busy na wakuwe mahali ambapo kwamba itakuwa napeleka zile nguvu zao na si kushika watu kabari na mapanga. Na bila shaka paka sasa hivi tukiangalia takwimu, nafikiri takwimu ya kupigwa risasi na watu kupigwa mapanga imeshuka. Thank you so much Bwana Menta.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Natumai filamu iko tayari. Yes, wanasema filamu iko tayari. Enjoy.
2025 marks 60 years of service by the Kenya Red Cross Society to humanity. In this period, the Kenya Red Cross Society has worked to elevate suffering and improve lives, particularly in times of disaster and crisis. To achieve this, Kenya Red Cross Society has consistently worked.
Ningeomba iweze kuanzishwa tena, alafu sauti itendewe haki.
Humanity. In this period, the Kenya Red Cross Society has worked to elevate suffering and improve lives, particularly in times of disaster and crisis. To achieve this, Kenya Red Cross Society has consistently worked with public authorities and volunteers, among them Banks Bennett, a youth in Mombasa County who saw Red Cross intervene during a family crisis.
Wasitafutilia one colleague anaitwa Hamza alipiga tu investment umesikia sina banks akasema banks aliniambia akamweleza banks mama ni mgonjwa anahitaji damu mtu amenipigia na banks kwa ngombe na kuambia kabla atoka na home kama mwanzo hapo saa ziliyako kidogo mgonjwa anahitaji support ya damu kwa pale bosa kanistop kaambia uwezi donate damu unakuwa ukienda kuuliza damu yako ama tena anakwenda 2 pints of blood bosa alisema pints mbili banks hasa ni cost kitu kina Abbas kwa shafika chini kwa amekuja anipeleka Marekani na bike akaambiwa mwende mahali.
The Kenya Red Cross Society is also guided by 7 fundamental principles, among them voluntary service. This principle represents the common motivation uniting all those working within the movement, a desire to help others. This is both a source of inspiration and a statement of solidarity.
I think from the time I joined Red Cross, I've really enjoyed the fact that I'm giving back to the community. So the humanity part of it, that is something has been
Pints mbili banks hasa ni cost kitu kina Abbas kwa shafika chini kwa amekuja anipeleka Marekani na bike akaambiwa mwende mahali.
The Kenya Red Cross Society is also guided by 7 fundamental principles, among them voluntary service. This principle represents the common motivation uniting all those working within the movement, a desire to help others. This is both a source of inspiration and a statement of solidarity.
I think from the time I joined Red Cross, I've really enjoyed the fact that I'm giving back to the community. So the humanity part of it, that is something has been really driven me to where I am today. And there's nothing good once you've done something to the community and the satisfaction that you get from the community. That has really given me a lot of energy to be and grow.
Nimekuwa Red Cross for that 16 years, ni jambo la kujitolea. Na ni jambo ambalo limeingia kwa damu.
And a statement of solidarity.
I think from the time I joined Red Cross, I've really enjoyed the fact that I'm giving back to the community. So the humanity part of it, that is something has been really driven me to where I am today. And there's nothing good once you've done something to the community and the satisfaction that you get from the community. That has really given me a lot of energy to be and grow.
Nimekuwa Red Cross for that 16 years, ni jambo la kujitolea. Na ni jambo ambalo limeingia kwa damu yangu. Huwa niko comfortable kama nasaidia jamii yangu. Kwa sababu nimekaa hapo kutoka 2009. Kwanza tulienda tukafanyia training na watu wa World Vision pamoja na Kenya Red Cross that time. Na tumeinua jamii from where it was mpaka sasa tumekaa nayo.
When Mahmoud Noor, popularly known as Chief Mentor, made a decision to join Kenya Red Cross Society, it was the desire to help and give back to the community that drove him to be part of the team. Little did he know that he would become the board chairman a year later.
Red Cross is a society for...
pause kiasi kwa sababu tuko na hitilafu za kimitambo. Tutakuwa tumeenda break kiasi, alafu tutakaporudi we'll replay the documentary. Kwa hivyo usijali, yule ambaye ulikuwa unangoja kumuona utamuona tu. Alright? Yes, so we're going to go into the panel very fast. So I will be inviting our panelists wakuje tumalize hii, alafu sasa turudi kwa documentary. So tutafanya haraka haraka kwa sababu ya muda. Nikimwita jina tunapiga magofi, sawa? Mnakumbuka vile niliofunza asubuhi? Tunafanya nini? Give it up for. Give it up for. Give it up for. Give it up for. Yes, exactly that. All right. Tutaanza na our moderator. So, tuko tayari? Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, give it up for. Give it up for. Give it up for John Baswati. As he comes, tunampigia makofi. He will be our moderator today. Karibu sana. Karibu sana. Panelists yetu iko na lineup kali sana. These are people who will be giving us the most information. Kwa hivyo tukae kimya na tu concentrate vizuri kabisa. Sasa nataka nianze kuwaita mmoja mmoja. Tutaanza na binti mrembo. Binti ambaye nataka tumpigie makofi sana atakapokuwa akishuka. Sawa? So give it up for. Give it up for, give it up for, give it up for Fatma Yasin akija. Karibu sana katika panel yetu ya siku ya leo. Tuko na mwingine ambaye pia tutapigia makofi. Give it up for, give it up for, give it up for, give it up for Cherry Oduor. Ako wapi Cherry Oduor? Tumpige makofi atakapokuwa akishuka. Yes. Thank you so much. Karibu sana kwa panel yetu ya siku ya leo. All right, tuko na mwingine watatu. Tumpige makofi. Give it up for, give it up for, give it up for, give it up for Collins Ochieng. Collins Ochieng ako wapi? Yes, tunampigia makofi anaposhuka. All right, sasa tunaanza sasa kwa wale wakubwa wakubwa. Mko tayari? Mko tayari nianze kuita maboss? Are we ready for the bosses now? All right, so give it up for, give it up for, give it up for Aisha Al Hussein. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Tumpige makofi paka Afrika. Yes, thank you so much, thank you. Karibu sana kwa panel yetu ya siku ya leo. Yeah. Aya, tupige makofi sasa. Give it up for, give it up for, give it up for, give it up for. Kuna watu wapigi, huyu mwingine simuiti. Mimi ndo niko na mic, I'm taking advantage. All right, so give it up for, give it up for, give it up for, give it up for Kenneth Ambani. Karibu sana wazee. Karibu, you are in this panel due to public demand. All right, I am moving on swiftly. Aya, sasa hapa ndo mambo yote. Tuko tayari? Tuko tayari? Mimi nitarudi kuketi, alafu panel haitaendelea. Nimuite, si ndio? Aya, so give it up for, give it up for, give it up for, give it up for, give it up for Mahmoud Noor, the final panelist of the day. Karibuni sana. This will be our panel for the day.
Thank you so much. Asante sana. Nafikiri panel yetu imekwisha fika, lakini naona kidogo ni kama sugar level imeenda chini ama ni nini? Tumwambie DJ atie sukari kidogo mahali. Tumwambie DJ unanisikia ama nikukupe kazi? Tuamke. Thank you so much. Namuona Jimmy Dukes ameamka. Wapi Malenga sikuoni. Simoni nani? Tuamke kidogo. Wewe. Wapi Papi Stika? Kote bati. Kuruke kidogo tutangamshe mwili wewe. Niwakumbushe kucheza ni bure. Bwana harusi tafadhali, please bwana harusi. Wapi nduru ya bwana harusi? Wewe. Rehearsal, fanya rehearsal bwana harusi. Rehearsal. Tukuje tucheze na bwana harusi. Tukuje tucheze na bwana harusi. Wewe. Siku ni kesho wewe.
Thank you so much, DJ. Asante sana, DJ. I want to give the reins to the moderator, John Baswati. Karibu sana.
Hinivu. I'll tell you which team I support tukimaliza. Nianze na hiyo. Haya, Manchester hoye. Manchester hoye. Haya, asanteni sana. Asanteni. So, to help us discuss today, it's good to remember our... Hello? We'll only take 15 minutes of your time. It's good to take stock and remember where we are coming from. So, we'll have this discussion into 4 segments. 1, legacy and lessons. That will be taken by Mentor. 2, COVID crisis and the opportunities. The CC, County Coordinator. Segment 3, resilient and communities. That will be taken by the youth. Then there is innovation and the future. So to start us off, Collins, tell us the space that the youth have in Kenya Red Cross. Do you feel the youth have the space, have the capacity, and what's their role, and how does the future look ahead?
Hinivu. Okay, first and foremost, let me introduce myself. My name is Collins Ochieng. I am the outgoing Vice Youth Chairperson. And the roles that the youths have currently, they are the backbone of the society. When you look at the percentage in Kenya also, the youths have the largest percentage. We're talking about now the issue of the safe space. I believe that Kenya Red Cross have the better safe space because in as much as you can express yourself, you can do whatever you want to do in an appropriate way through the guidance of our CC. Makofi kwa tafadhali, Makofi. Since she has become the county coordinator, the youths have grown. We have a youth space whereby youth can be heard, their views, their comments. And what I'm seeing in the future is that we are not anymore waiting for the government to come, waiting for the leadership. We are going for them, and we are taking them by horn or by bull.
Thank you very much, asante. Makofi kwake. Okay, Sherry, over the years you have been responding to different disasters, especially in Changamwe. Tell us, how is the youth going to embrace technology to address disasters in the next future years?
Hinivu. My name is Cherry Odor. For the youth to innovate in the next years, my prayer is always that we come up with something like drone, yeah, where instead of us going to the exact place as we are still waiting for response, for members to be activated for response, the drone will go directly to the place where the incident is taking place and giving us the details of what is happening there so that we can activate faster and know who is going to respond for what. It gives us a high time so that it can give us a chance for quick response. So that's the technology that my prayer is in the near future for the youth to have. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Makofi kwake. So, back to the team. Youth wangapi hapa ni life members? Haya, ni wangapi ambao si life members? Wangapi? By show of hands. By show of hands. Haya. Yule mmoja ako courageous. Akuje hapa mbele. Tumlipie life membership. Ajibu swali. One gentleman, one lady. One gentleman, one lady. Haya, lady. A lady, a lady. Haya, nianze na nani? Ladies first. Yeah? Haya. So we want to pay for you life membership. Tell us the 7 principles of Red Cross. Yeah, the fundamental principles of Red Cross.
Humanitarian. Hinivu. Hinivu sio. H stand for humanitarian. I stand for independence. N stand for neutral. I nyingine. Nimejaribu. Independence. Independence. V stand for volunteers. U stand for unity. Nimejaribu.
Haya.
Naona.
We. Amejaribu. Alipiwe membership. Alipiwe. Haya, go and see Leila, our finance, and your membership will be sorted. Makofi kwake. Haya. Senior uko tayari? Eh? Aya, Kinoti, tell us when Kenya Red Cross was formed. When was Kenya Red Cross formed?
Kenya. Iko. Tilieni basi. Along Moi Avenue.
When? Not what? Or where? When? When? Mwaka gani?
1963.
Amepata? Haya. Kwa vile amejaribu, tutamlipia membership yake ya youth. Sawa sawa. Haya. So over to you, Fatma. Fatma, we appreciate that we are differently abled. And as an organization, it's key that we incorporate everyone from the society to the organization. And you people play a key role. Tell us, what do you feel Red Cross can do better? And how do we do it?
Hinivu. My name is Fatma Yassin, outgoing youth secretary, hoping to rise as the vice chair. That's one thing they can do. Okay, for me, it's been an impactful journey of a lot of humanity and legacy of compassion. Because in terms of inclusivity, we fit our own shoes. We don't want representatives. And in terms of Red Cross, it has done humanitarian diplomacy especially in inclusivity and in aqua rescue management. It can do better, and also as an advocate of SRHR, mental health, it can also do better. And also we can, apart from being, I encourage myself and others in terms of Red Cross, apart from being nominated, get into the competition as long as it is inclusive, and Red Cross provide the neutrality and the independence for a person with disability to do it. And also in terms of humanitarian activity, especially the first aid, we want more representative and categories, like we had the one which for North, it was for the hearing impaired, so we call upon for the others to come join us. It's a humanitarian organization, and yeah.
Thank you, makofi kwake. We. Tuko pamoja. Okay, so let's go now to the management side. You know, Red Cross, as much as we have a very active board and a very good leadership led by Mentor, we have people behind the scenes who work day and night to see the policies and what is agreed in the board is done. And I was just joking with Rukia, in Red Cross hatupigiangi Aisha makofi. We always go to the board with guns and shots ready. So leo amepata makofi ya kutosha. So Aisha, take us back to COVID-19. What worked well? What did we do well? What are the opportunities? What do you think the organization needs to do to prepare for such calamities or disasters? Because in Red Cross we say we hope for the best, but we prepare for the worst.
Okay, thank you, Basweti. Maybe before I start, the way you've said, we have a pool of the management team that we work behind. So kindly all the staff, if you can stand, at least people get to know you. Staff. I can see Leila, I can see Sabra, please stand up. Karani, Emily, team, Zero, kindly, all the staff, if we can stand, Ben, Abdul Malik. So these are the staff behind the Mombasa branch on all the programs that we do. So it is not all about Aisha. They're the team also behind Aisha to Mentor. So I always appreciate them and tell them you are behind me, because I can never be everywhere, but they're always everywhere. So asanteni sana and have a seat. So let us go back to our plenary. So my name is Aisha, as the County Coordinator, Kenya Red Cross Mombasa. During COVID time, I remember that was one of the biggest disasters that we've experienced in the whole of the world. No one expected it. No one knew that there's COVID coming. I remember through the leadership of the chairman, that is Mr. Mahmoud Noor, with the county government, we were able to be the leading agency on food distribution. We could do day and night, 24 hours. And everyone, we could knock each door and support community members to give them food, because most of us were on lockdown. So all this, it went successfully because I could say the structures at the community levels, that are the community disaster committee. I always say Red Cross will never be where it is if it is not this community structure that we have established years back, and they are really doing well. So the community disaster committee, the volunteers, the youth, I think we pulled a link whereby youth were coming in to support, and we got thousands of youth coming in to support us during COVID. These were people outside Kenya Red Cross Circle, and they could come in and support. And I remember each of us as staff, we were given sub-county to support, with a representative from the governance coming in to support. I was in charge of Jomvu, and we had team from Likoni, and we could move around and support and knock doors to these community members and give them food. So I think what went well, I will say it is the collaboration we did. with the community structures, and of course the county government being the one giving us the leading agency, and of course the private sectors. Those are the people who are donating us with food. What needs to improve, I'll say it is partly on early warning, early action mechanism. We all didn't expect that we will be getting COVID-19. It came like that, and we were all moving around and running, even not knowing what are the preventive measures to take at the beginning. Like everyone was, we could use mask with the vitambaa, and when you look at it in terms of what our health walikuwa nasema, that is not advisable. That is not the right way. So I think it was a learning lesson. So early warning, early action, that is something we need to improve as Mombasa County and the whole of Kenya. And another thing is we strengthen more on our community structures. We do have them, but how can we empower and strengthen them? Because they need a lot of empowerment, they need a lot of capacity building. Because back then, I remember there were basic knowledge given to them. But after COVID, now this is the time we really went in through the chairman leadership, and we were able to do the 30 wards, train the community disaster committee, and we are where we are today. Sometimes you might not see us at the field, but the community are able to respond on themselves. So that is the resilience we want to see. Community are able to mitigate and respond on themselves before Red Cross comes in. So I think that's what I can say as part of the COVID. I know there's a lot we've done. We had a call center that was spearheaded by Mentor. He was one of the person who came up with the idea. We were the leading people receiving all calls on COVID and then taking them to the county government, the health department. Then people are, now this is the time now, the team from the rapid team from health, they could do the assessment, and the quarantine patient, they could be taken. So I would say it was a good experience as us in Kenya Red Cross, and Mombasa branch was among the county branch which was doing a lot on COVID, even at the ferry. I think Mheshimiwa alisema hapa asubuhi. We could be at the ferry every day doing the hand washing to those community members crossing the ferry to the other end because of the infection. We were fearing that it might affect a lot of people within Mombasa. Because in a day, more than 300,000 cross from the ferry. So that is what I can say about COVID, and it is a learning lesson. I think from that we've learned a lot in terms of preparedness, the early warning, early action, and we look better to improve more. Thank you, Basweti.
Asante sana. Thank you so much, Aisha. I said earlier, history is important. Let me tell you a small secret but that you might not know. Aisha joined Red Cross as an intern, if I'm not wrong. I think she was working under Rawe. Where is Rawe? Rawe was here. So I remember Aisha could even hardly look at someone, and today she's managing one of the best branches, not only in Kenya, but across our region. So volunteering is really important. You learn these skills. And I remember Gachanja, our incoming chair, telling me, you don't learn these skills in a four-wall room of a classroom. So you volunteering, interacting with people. So you interacting with people here at Swahili Point, at Red Cross, with the county activities, don't take it for granted. Because these skills are not taught in our institutions. These are hand-on skills that you get out here. So thank you very much. So now we go to the county government. And Waziri, as you are aware, Kenya Red Cross is auxiliary to the national and county government. This in line with CAP 965. We work closely. We are not competing, but rather complementing what the national government and the county governments are doing. Yes, we have done a lot together with the county government of Mombasa, and we still need to see how best we can build synergy together and see what we can achieve. Waziri, kindly tell us what plans are there. If we go to other counties, we have seen departments like health departments like disasters in the county have been absorbed in the Red Cross, and they closely work together. I'm not dismissing. We are working together today with people like Basafar, the health department. But what policies should we enhance so that our partnership is more strong and we can build more programs together? Thank you.
Thank you very much. First and foremost, there's no question to the fact that Mahmoud Noor, as the chair of Red Cross, and our sister here have been working closely together with the county. Like you mentioned, all counties are actually working under the laws that you just mentioned. The partnership exists. And what we just need to do is to enhance on the capacity. Because one thing, especially now, I'll speak specifically about my department. I deal mostly with the vulnerable in society. And the vulnerable includes a very young child. We are working with the youth. We are working with the women. We are working with the PWDs. And at the same time, within the department, I'm the one in charge of the workforce within the county government of Mombasa. So in essence, for this vulnerable to be able to be well taken care of, because we're in the service industry, or we are actually charged with the responsibility of serving those who are in the community, who are basically vulnerable, I emphasize on the fact that our staff should be at the forefront, working closely with organizations like Red Cross and anybody else who is in the humanitarian sector to actually ensure that those who are vulnerable in the community that we reside in are actually well taken care of. So I will emphasize on the fact that yes, the kind of policies that we have might not be sufficient, but they're actually available for us to continue with this partnership that we have. But we should actually emphasize on, like Mentor did this time around, capacity build at the very local level. It has just started. Nobody would ever be able to understand what Red Cross at the apex does when they're in the village. Information that is taken to the villages or wherever else that the vulnerable actually live, because more often where the fires happen, where there are disasters, more often you'll always find it is in those lowly kind of communities where we have the very poor of the poorest in the society. So in essence, all we're just trying to say is we need to emphasize on educating these people and capacity build them and have champions within these localities where we can actually do what we plan to do when the big team is actually seated at the apex of Red Cross and every other humanity or humanitarian organization. Whatever decisions they make and whatever visions they have is actually articulated well to the lowest level. So in essence, what will happen there, like she said, she does not have 3 hands. The third hand is the staff that she has. The other extra hand is those who probably are at the sub-county level. The other extra hands that we actually need right now, and we are doing that at the county level, is to go down to the village level, where we've also come up with a policy where we have administration at the very lowest level, which is the village level. So if Red Cross as well could actually move down to that level and be able to educate the masses at that level, capacity build them at that level, then we'll be able to have a safe society and people will actually be well taken care of the way they're supposed to be taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Waziri. Thank you so much. And we look forward to the continued partnership and support with the county government of Mombasa. Asanteni sana. So, our mentor, outgoing chair, but hiyo mambo ya outgoing tutazungumza baadaye. So let's discuss about legacy and lessons. One, tell us key takeaways that you want the next board to take away and what they should work on. Then two, tell us about now the donor funding environment. Things are changing. We don't know what next will come after the USAID cuts. You look at the EU, the Danish, the Canadians, everyone is now speaking for himself. What is there for us? Recently I was in a conversation where we were doing a procurement process, and I even keep in conditions that we must have our companies benefiting, we must have our farms here in the country benefiting. So let's discuss what other means of resources should Red Cross look into, and how do we prepare accordingly for such scenarios? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, John. I think for me, if you ask me a question about legacy, there are three things that I feel are very important. If you look at Mombasa, Mombasa is the most cosmopolitan county. If you go to Nairobi, because I'm using like the capital city, let me use the major cities. If you go, half of Nairobi is Central. And you know, when I say Central, it is a community from Central. If you go to Kisumu, 90% is one community. If you go to Eldoret, 90% is one community. Nyeri, probably 98%. Garissa, 100%. Yeah, and I think you can attest to that. But when you are in Mombasa, there is no community that can say we even have 50%. Not even, when it comes to religion, it is 50-50. Ethnicity, it is maybe the highest is 50%, others 30, 20, like that. So what does that mean? I see a huge opportunity. And that opportunity, and it is something that we've been struggling with and we hope we will continue, is building a cohesive society. So that every time, whenever we have opportunities, we must have the representation of Kenya, because that is what Mombasa is all about. And I think that's why, even without thinking or blinking, I said my next chairman, if we were to go to have a vote, I was going to vote Mr. Gachanja. Because at any one time, we have to show that Mombasa is for everybody. And that is the truth. And I normally tell a lot of people, Mombasa of 100 years is not the Mombasa of now. Every day people are moving and migrating, and it will continue. It has happened that 400 years ago, 1,000 years ago. You find in a particular time, a country is inhabited by a particular community. 500 years later, they have all moved out. So the reality of Mombasa is cosmopolitan, and cosmopolitan has an opportunity, but also a risk. A risk when others feel discriminated, when others feel left out. And for us as Red Cross, Mulki was mentioning here about Hinivu, neutrality. We must be neutral to everybody. And one way of showing neutrality is by having everybody serving as volunteers. The second thing that I would wish to leave and push as a legacy is having a youth-centered society. Kenya is youthful. You cannot have a society where the board probably and the people who are running it are people above 35, while 75% of Kenya is below 35 years. So we for the last 6 years, what we've done is to bring youth at the center of our programming. That's the way to go. The youth must be in every aspect, whether it is the support, volunteering, etc. And then the last one, and this is what we are working with the county government of Mombasa, because a legacy is something you should live and it should outgrow you, is now putting disaster committees at the center. I know Basafari is here. He's the interim chair with the county coordinator of the county disaster. Yes, it is led by the governor, because disaster is a devolved function, but we actually put in structures all the way down to the ward level. And the plan that we are having, I hope we'll be able to complete before I leave, we need them to be given stipends the same way we are giving community health promoters. So because that's what it means is we will have a team that will always be there. Na mwisho, I don't know whether I've done well in that. We must always institutionalize the things that we are doing. Yes, it's okay, you can talk about Mentor, you can talk about Mahmoud, but I can drop anytime and disappear. Sina contract ya ule anashtuka. Sina contract ya kuwa I will be there forever. Nobody knows that tomorrow you will wake up. So we must build systems, we must build institutions, we must rely more on institutions and not individuals. Because individuals outgrow, individuals have weaknesses, at times things change. I think if there is one thing that we are really pushing, and that is a credit to the Kenya Red Cross Society, is to have a proper system, a proper structure. What we need to do, to be doing as leaders, is to respect those structures, strengthen them, so that they can outlive us. Nafikiri nitamalizia hapo, asante. Oh, the question of donors. This is a challenge that we've always been getting. And I think what we need is to also have forum with businessmen. Because it's very sad. You know, Trump was talking about Africans and he called them a name. There's a name he called our countries. There's a funny name, I don't want to mention it here. But what he was saying, you cannot just be relying on money from the US. While 60 years after independence, why are you relying on them out there? I think there is a huge donor dependence, and especially from outside. So I think it's important for local businesses to see the need of supporting organizations like Red Cross. It's also the right time for government, because we are actually recognized through an act of parliament. It's important that counties and national government put a percentage of their budget to organizations like Red Cross for disaster management, because we cannot always rely on foreign aid. Right now, if you look at the way the world is going with Ukraine and Trump, we will have less and less money coming here, but it's a wake-up call for us to support our own initiatives. Hawezi kusubiri jirani yako ndiye akusaidie kulisha bibi yako ama kusomesha watoto wako. Wewe unafanya nini na wewe ni baba? So lazima tutafute njia za kujisupport sisi wenyewe kama Wakenya na kama Afrika. Asante.
Thank you very much. And as I thank the team, the entire panel team, just to remind you, Red Cross is open for everyone. And you don't have to be a coordinator, you don't have to be a chair, you don't have to be vice chair. You can come to Red Cross, bring up the initiatives, and see what you can bring about change in the community. So you're all welcome to Red Cross. It's an open organization, regardless of your age, race, color, and that's our key fundamental principles. Asanteni sana, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Tupige makofi wanapoketi. Asanteni sana kwa maneno yenu ya busara. Wanapiga picha moja, alafu tuweze kuendelea. Tupige makofi tena. Alright, tunaendelea. Sasa nataka niite entertainment kiasi hapa. Najua mmesikiza maneno ya busara. Mnataka kuchangamka kidogo, si ndio? Alright, sasa I will be calling upon a dance team hapa. Na ikikubamba, unasimama unawajoin. Ukiwa penye uko. Sawa? Hatutaki kuharibu routine. Alright? Alright, sasa tunarudia ile yenye tulifanya asubuhi. Give it a 4. 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 Ini entertainment, si speech. Sasa nataka hiyo give it a 4 iko juu zaidi. Alright, give it a 4. Give it a 4. Give it a 4. Give it a 4. Zanirani wako wapi Zanirani? Tunapiga makofi mpaka wafike. Zanirani Dance Crew, karibuni sana. Tunawapigia makofi mpaka wafike. Ikikubamba unafanya nini? Unasimama unacheza ukiwa penye uko lakini. All right? Sawa, give it up for Zanirani dance crew everybody. Tunapiga makofi, naona wanashukisha vifaa. Tuwapige makofi wanaposhuka kuja kutuburudisha. All right.
Ya moto
Zanirani Arts Group wako hapa kutuchezea na kutupa wimbo mmoja.
Nirudi na sembe.
Okay, karibuni.
Nataka unipende, nipunguze wenge. Waepuke wapambe, wasilete mbwembwe uongo. Kwa maneno ya wembe, wakacha na ngebe. Ya moto baby. Ya moto mkubwa na wana. Ya moto baby. Ya moto baby. Kazini niende, nirudi na sembe robo. Nachotaka unipende, nipunguze wenge robo. Waepuke wapambe, wasilete mbwembwe uongo. Kwa maneno ya wembe, wakacha na ngebe. Moyo wa chuma sina, usije nipata. Ongeza penzi kwa
DJ
Give it up for Zanirani Arts Group everybody. Na tulisema kama inakubamba unasimama. Mbona mtingishe mabega? Let's go. Yes, thank you so much. That was Zanirani Arts Group. Tupige makofi. Tupige makofi, makofi kwao. All right. Thank you so much Zanirani Arts Group. Wanapotoka tunapiga makofi zaidi. Asanteni sana kwa kuja kutuburudisha. Thank you so much. Asanteni sana Zanirani Arts Group. Tupige makofi tena. Nani anaweza kufanya kenye umefanya hapa? Unaweza? Simama. We. All right, moving on swiftly, we are going to the scorecard. Nani anajua scorecard inamaanisha nini? Tuna mkono haraka haraka. Hii class yangu najua ni ya watu very sharp. Scorecard inamaanisha nini? Sitakuuliza. I just want to see a hand. How many know what a scorecard means? Oh, thank you. Nimeona kuna watu kadhaa ambao wako na information kiasi. I am going to invite somebody who knows all about the scorecard of Kenya Red Cross. Atakuwa anatuelezea Kenya Red Cross imetoka wapi, imefika wapi, ni mambo gani ambayo imeweza kutenda. Are we ready to invite the person? Tuko tayari? Jamani, shida iko wapi? Unajua sasa tukimaliza haraka ndo tunaenda kwa hizo stories za internal affairs. Sawa? Kwa hivyo nikiwauliza swali mnajibu haraka haraka, twende wapi? Department of Internal Affairs. Sawa? Sawa, nauliza tena. Are we ready to invite the person who will give us the scorecard? Kitu kama hiyo. So give it a 4. Give it a 4. Give it a 4. Give it a 4. Sharon Owino, tupige makofi. Twende. Adansi, ndio. Asipodansi pay mic. Songa pale tukuoni.
Thank you so much for that. Niwape siri. Mkitaka kuniaibisha niambieni ni dance. Mtanichekelea hadi kesho. Mtanifunza baadaye, right? Wangapi watanifunza kudance? Nimeona timu itanifunza kudance. Thank you so much. So very quickly, I'll present about the scorecard of our board chair. Anaitwa nani? Sijasikia. Anaitwa nani? Amumjui? Sijasikia. Amumjui? Anaitwa nani? So, we are presenting about the chair and the entire board of Kenya Red Cross Society Mombasa branch. Are we ready to hear about them? Mention one person you know about from the board, apart from mentor. Aisha, ako wapi? Nimemwona. Nani mwingine? Adija, Professor. And there you are. Thank you so much. So you know. So today what I'm presenting is the work of the board led by their chairman, Mr. Mahmoud Noor. So from our first presentation, the media team please. So I'll start by the governance board. So during the 6-year tenure, this team, led by Mr. Mahmoud Noor, and together with every person in the board, ensured that there was a structured way of doing things. Everyone say a structured way. Mbona watu mnatoka? Mnenda wapi? Mnenda wapi? Can we listen for just 5 minutes? Thank you so much for that. So as we start, Odipo, can the slides move? Yes, thank you so much for that. So I'll talk about the structure, leadership, and governance. So during their 6 years, number one, they ensured that there was a structured way of doing things. So governance is not just about being the leader, but making sure that all your team are aligned and every decision that you make is aligned to the strategic goal of the entire institution. So that is what they did as part of the board, and until today, can we say it was a success? Was it a success? So as I make this presentation, I'll need you to help me with one thing. After I'm done with the governance board, you give them a score. Very quickly, between 1 to 10, you shout the score, okay? Very quickly move the slides. Very quickly move the slides. And another thing they did was they successfully led the Mombasa branch through compliance audit with 0 major findings, meaning that in every donation that was made to Kenya Red Cross, it was utilized without even a single shillings being misused. Isn't that good? Don't mind my pronunciation, Amaluo. And another thing that they did, they enhanced coordination and synergy between the Mombasa branch and the national headquarters. This is to say that for Mombasa branch to be where it is today, they needed the inputs of the national headquarters. And by ensuring that the national headquarters are in board, this has made Mombasa branch to be where it is today. So, as I finish, I need the person to move the slides very quickly. As I finish, we give them a score from 1 to 10. What is the score? From 1 to 10, what is the score? Watu wa 9 inueni mkono. Watu wa 10 inueni mkono. And the eyes have it. Wapigieni makofi. And now we go to the next thing that they did as a board for the last 6 years. Number 1, they guided and coordinated COVID-19 response with Mombasa branch, taking agency role in Mombasa County multi-agency response. This was not just the only thing they did, but during COVID-19, they established a call center to streamline all the communication that was coming from the national health to the community within Mombasa County. And again, after establishing that call center, until today, Mombasa Red Cross has emergency operation center with two people always ready to respond whenever there is an emergency. What do we say about that? Good. And again, they spearheaded multi-disaster response initiatives benefiting over 200,000 individuals. For me, I'll say the number is not limited to 200,000 because how many saw Red Cross during the controlled demolition? How many saw Red Cross during the controlled demolition? Yes, so it's not just limited to the disaster response, but they appear everywhere whenever they are needed. And as I conclude on the disaster management and response, let's give them a score. Let's give them a score. The board, you can hear how these people appreciate you. You're scoring 10 over 10. Mi ningekuwa mwalimu ningewapea, ningekata 9.9. And so, as we go, they also established our early warning system and enhanced community-level disaster preparedness. Training through active management of community disaster, they were able to reach out to all the 30 wards in Mombasa to ensure that this community member, whenever there is a disaster, they know what to do, they know where to go to, and they know who to call. That is the work that Kenya Red Cross ensured that we have that readiness. How many knows about that? How many know about that? Yeah, I can see a number. If you don't know, I've told you, right? So how many know about that? Si nimewaambia? Ah, good, so you know. So about resource mobilization and financial management. Wangapi wanapenda pesa? Nimeona watu wapendi pesa. Wangapi wanapenda pesa? Kila mtu, si ndio? ni pesa tu haitupendi, lakini tunapenda pesa. So for resource mobilization, this team, led by Chairman Mr. Mahmoud Nur, was able to mobilize not just 70 million as it is written there, but over 70 million Kenyan shillings. Wapate makofi. Hiyo si makofi ya 70 million. Hamna namtaki kupiga makofi. Good. Thank you so much for that. Then again, still in resource mobilization, they ensured financial accountability and transparency, leading to increased donor trust and branch credibility. Just for this, when the donors have seen, how many are leading organizations here? I saw some youth leaders. Yes. When the donors have seen that whenever they give you the funds, you use them for what it was meant for, even this time round, they will come even without you applying. In fact, they will be the one telling you to apply for their money. And that is what Kenya Red Cross Mombasa did. Wapigiwe makofi. Still in resource mobilization, this was even evident today. So, the board ensured that they secure resources for branch activities by increasing the fleet from 2 Land Cruisers and 1 double cab to 5 Land Cruisers, 2 military trucks, and 1 double cab. How many saw the Land Cruisers today? How many saw them? Didn't they look good? Didn't they look good? Wapigiwa makofi tena? And so this board has been doing incredible work from where we started: governance, disaster management, resource mobilization, and now we go to community impact and engagement. As we talk about community impact and engagement, this is what brought us here. The impact that they've made to the community is what made us respond to the call when we were told there was a walk, right? It's because all of us have been made aware, and all of us at one point or another have interacted with the Kenya Red Cross Mombasa. So number one, they launched impactful community programs addressing maternal health, youth empowerment, and clean water access, benefiting over 50 residents annually. Another thing they did, they enhanced volunteerism and increased active members from 200 to 500 and above during the tenure. Volunteers wenye mko semeni hoye. Volunteers siwasikii semeni hoye. You can see for yourself how that statement is true. So, again, they led the first aid training, providing life-saving skills to more than 10,000 people. And when you talk about trainings, I won't just talk about the first aid training only, but I'll talk about other trainings that they have done. For example, community engagement and accountability. They've done disaster training on search and rescue. I think you've seen Kenya Red Cross on the just recently demolished building trying to search for the body. They've also trained on the dead management. If someone were to lose a life, how do you manage them? Where do you take them? How do you handle them? As always, the dead also deserve to be. The dead also deserve to be. And those are the kind of training that Kenya Red Cross has done. And also they've done evacuation training and also aqua training. And in all those trainings that they have done, I want us to give them a score. Are you ready? Yes. Are you ready? Yes. I can't hear you. Are you ready? Yes. In a score between 1 to 10, let's give them a score. Let's give them a score. Watu wa 9 inueni mkono. Watu wa 10 inueni mkono. And the eyes have it. Thank you so much for that. And so as we go on, the graphic teams, as we go on partnership and collaboration, I don't even want to look at the slides. How many organizations are here today and have been partnering with Kenya Red Cross? How many? How many organizations? Watu wa Swahili pote tamtainua mkono and they are here on your land. Watu wa Swahilipot inueni mkono. Yes, Swahilipot is just but one of the organizations that's Kenya Red Cross, through the leadership of Mr. Mahamud Nur as the board chair. They have secured such collaboration, not only with Swahilipot, but the county government and also other NGOs, to ensure that whenever there's a disaster, these organizations can come together and help the people. As we always say, there is strength in? There is strength in? Is it numbers or unity? There is strength in? Wengine wanasema numbers, wengine wanasema unity. But the main thing is there is strength, sindio? The strength is the main part. So again, Kenya Red Cross Society, as it has always been done, they onboarded the governor of Mombasa as the patron of Kenya Red Cross Mombasa. And who is the governor? Today I've just realized watu wa Mombasa wajui governor wao. Who is the governor? Who is the governor? Mwenye atapata hiyo right atakula wa kwanza. Who is the governor? Mwenye atajibu atapata kusaviwa wa kwanza. Who is the governor? Amjajibu nyinyi wote. And so that is and after onboarding the government, the governor as their patron, they've been able to coordinate and collaborate with the governor in other disaster response, and one that is very outstanding is during the COVID-19. And so as we go on in partnership and collaboration, kuna team pale wanahitaji kupigwa. Who will say hi to them? Who will say hi to the team pale? I know you have seen them. So again, even without looking at the slide, who is the patron of Kenya Red Cross Society? Who is the patron? Nani atajibu? I say I have a gift. I have a gift. Uongo, mimi sijaona imeandikwa hivyo. Anyway, Kenya Red Cross Society of Kenya was also able to onboard His Excellency President William Ruto as its patron at a ceremony held at State House in Nairobi. The President of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, became the 5th patron of Kenya Red Cross in line with its tradition of having the head of state as patron. Siku ingine mkiulizwa mseme tu jina ya ukweli, sawa? Sawa, nimekubali. As we finish, the next slide please. The next slide. The next slide. The next slide. And as we go to comms, if you don't know, just a quick sneak peek. I'm also a graduate of communication and media studies, so najitafutia kazi anyway, but I'm employed. The board, through the leadership of the chair, was able to promote branch activities through social media and initiated the Mombasa e-newsletter for better documentation and publicity. And so today, before you leave, I think we have more than 600 numbers in here. Please make sure you follow their page. 1,700 and your number yenye naona doesn't fit them, right? So today, let's help them. We increase the followers in their page. Who will do that for me? Who will do that? Thank you so much. So we start by today. Next slide, please. And through the leadership, they have encouraged active volunteer participation in community-driven activities. And until this day, you see volunteers appearing whenever they are called. That is something that the board of Kenya Red Cross Mombasa has been able to do. And so, through the tenure of the chairperson of the board of Kenya Red Cross and the other board members, their dedication to the unwavering dedication to humanitarian service, strategic leadership, and impactful community engagement has contributed and solidified the Mombasa branch as a model for effective governance and community resilience. Today, they leave a legacy of empowering, collaboration, mentorship, innovation that will inspire future leaders and all the future volunteers and all aspiring volunteers of Kenya Red Cross today. Let's give them a score in 1 to 10. In 1 to 10? Thank you very much. And today also I'm very honored to just talk about the incredible team, whatever they've been able to do, their journey until today, and their dedication to inspiring the community today. Thank you so much. My name is Sharon Owino.
Thank you so much, Sharon Owino. Tumpige makofi tena. Ati mmesema mnapeana scorecard ya ngapi? Mnapeana ya ngapi? Alafu by the way, mimi ndo natoa watu waende lunch. Kwa hivyo nikiuliza swali mnajibu very fast. Sawa? Mnampea scorecard ya ngapi? Thank you. Tufanye kazi hivyo. Okay. Sawa. The next person that I'll be calling on stage is somebody who's been here severally. Lakini nataka arudi hapa sasa atuongeleshe officially. Is that all right? Is that all right? Okay, sasa nataka tumpigie makofi. Huyu hatutafanya ile ya give it a 4. I just want us to clap. Okay, naambiwa kuna mabadiliko kidogo. Kuna ile movie ambayo tulikuwa tunaangalia pale awali. Mnaikumbuka? Mpaka tuiangalie, tusipoiangalia ukuli lunch. Hapo ndo kuna kodi ya kula lunch. Sawa? Sawa. So the documentary will run, then I'll call the guest that I was supposed to call. Sawa. Tek mko sawa?
2025 marks 60 years of service by the Kenya Red Cross Society to humanity. In this period, the Kenya Red Cross Society has worked to elevate suffering and improve lives, particularly in times of disaster and crisis. To achieve this, Kenya Red Cross Society has consistently worked with public authorities and volunteers, among them Banks Bennett, a youth in Mombasa County who saw Red Cross intervene during a family crisis.
Anangu anakuwa na diabetes na pressure. Diabetes ikashuka, so ikabidi wasitafute damu. One colleague anaitwa Hamza alipiga tu voicemail, umesikia story ya Banks? Akasema Banks aliniambia, akamueleza Banks, mama yake ni mgonjwa, anahitaji damu. Mimi amenipigia niambia Banks, nimekwambia najaribu kuambia kama anatoka naenda home. Kaambia mama yako saa yako kidogo mgonjwa anahitaji support ya damu pana pale. Boss akanistop, kaniambia uwezi donate damu. Umekuwa ukienda kudonate damu yako. Amate alikuwa anahitaji 2 pints of blood. Boss alisema pints 2 Banks. Hasa ni cost kitu. Kina Abbas alikuwa shafika chini ndio alikuwa amekuja anipeleka Marekani na bike. Akaambiwa mwende mahali.
The Kenya Red Cross Society is also guided by 7 fundamental principles, among them voluntary service. This principle represents the common motivation uniting all those working within the movement, a desire to help others. This is both a source of inspiration and a statement of solidarity.
I think from the time I joined Red Cross, I've really enjoyed the fact that I'm giving back to the community. So the humanity part of it, that is something has been really driven me to where I am today. And there's nothing good once you've done something to the community and the satisfaction that you get from the community. That has really given me a lot of energy to be and grow.
Nimekuwa Red Cross for that 16 years, ni jambo la kujitolea. Na ni jambo ambalo limeingia kwa damu yangu. Huwa niko comfortable kama nasaidia jamii yangu. Kwa sababu nimekaa hapo kutoka 2009. Kwanza tulienda tukafanyia training na watu wa World Vision pamoja na Kenya Red Cross that time. Na tumeinua jamii from where it was mpaka sasa tumekaa nayo.
When Mahmoud Noor, popularly known as Chief Mentor, made a decision to join Kenya Red Cross Society, it was the desire to help and give back to the community that drove him to be part of the team. Little did he know that he would become the board chairman a year later.
Red Cross is a society for the people, by the people, if I for lack of a better word. Whenever you join the Kenya Red Cross Society, some of the rules that you'll go through or the conditions, they clearly state that you are coming to give. In fact, when you join, you do not expect anything from Kenya Red Cross. If you are a professional, you're coming to give probably your skills, you're coming to give your networks. If you're a resource mobilizer or you also have resources, the intention is always to give to the society. I've always loved serving the communities. So for me, what a better organization than Kenya Red Cross.
Mahmoud knew his network with both the youth and the community in Mombasa would be of benefit to Kenya Red Cross in Mombasa, having worked with the youth and the community since 2007.
One of the key things that I thought I will add value to Kenya Red Cross was there's a huge network that I've built over time. And this network is both nationally and also international. So I thought all that network that I've built, and probably even earlier when I was in college and high school, that is one thing that I thought I would bring to the table. I started engaging with the communities in Mombasa in 2007. By the time we came to 2018, that was almost 10 years. So I had 10 years of engaging the Mombasa.
In 2018, Mahmoud got elected as the board chairman of Kenya Red Cross and got thrust into a pandemic that shook the world.
Kenya tops the number of COVID-19 cases. More than 36,000 have tested positive.
The case is a Kenya citizen who traveled back to Nairobi, returning from the United States of America via London, United Kingdom, on the 5th of March 2020.
That there shall be cessation of all movement by road, rail, or air in and out of the Nairobi metropolitan area, counties of Kilifi, Kwale.
Everything stopped. And then now, the only people who are operating are people providing essential and emergency services, which Red Cross is part of. So for us, by default, we had a good opportunity now to mobilize people around it. And immediately it hit. There were two things that came up. One, the governor of Mombasa at that time, Governor Ali Hassan Joho, was very proactive. And one of the things that he started with was to appoint a 7-member committee, which I was part of. And our role was to mobilize resources.
The COVID-19 pandemic led to a dramatic loss of human life worldwide and presented an unprecedented challenge to public health, food systems, and the world of work.
Okay, I think we were among the most leading agency in Mombasa. We were given the mandate of the food distribution. We were distributing food day and night. We could work the whole night till morning, distributing food to the doorstep of community in Mombasa. As the chair, he was the chair of the food as the agency in Kenya Red Cross. Like having the one, he was the one meeting the partners, then us being giving the donation through the county government. That is, we were working closely with His Excellency Hassan Ali Joho then, and we could distribute this food to all these community members on their doorsteps. So another thing is the ferry channel. I think it was it's one of the biggest ferry we have in Mombasa, whereby a float of number crossed the ferry, more than 300,000 in a day. So you could imagine doing the hand washing to all these people crossing the ferry. He was there on the forefront of it as the chair.
In Mombasa, we have a unique position or a unique experience at the ferry. So that is a time when suddenly you are being told if you are closer to somebody who has a pandemic, then you are affected. But 300,000 people cross every day using the ferry. So one of the things that I spearheaded with the team, especially young people, was to enforce, now together with the national government as well as the county government, was to enforce the social distance. It was not an easy thing. Part of the resources we mobilized was to put water points and taps, probably around 50 on both sides.
The Kenya Red Cross supported the Ministry of Health and county governments through the various technical subcommittees, including contingency planning, risk communication, and community engagement.
A lot of people are not going to work. So it meant that families needed to sustain themselves. They needed to eat. Even though businesses have been closed. So we had the assignment of first mapping out those people who need ration support, food support. And then after that, we also had the role of now distributing this to them.
According to the Kenya Red Cross report 2020, the society was active in all the 47 counties in Kenya and reached over 20 million people directly and indirectly. In Mombasa, this was, however, not without challenges.
So I remember that time when our volunteers were working at the ferry, then we had an incident where there was a person who was suspected to have COVID, and they had contact with my volunteers at the ferry.
Yeah.
So we had to, that particular time, we had to put a number of volunteers in a quarantine. We got a safe house somewhere in Likoni, Shelley Beach area.
Yeah.
So for me, my biggest problem was calling the parents and telling them, today your son, your daughter is not coming because we think they might be infected with COVID.
According to Mr. Bakari Ali Nyundo, who sits at the Kenya Red Cross Community Disaster Management Committee, Mahmoud's tenure as the board chairman led to an increase in registered members, something he says created a sense of belonging among the members.
Kutoka ingie watu wengi wamekuwa capacity built kwa sababu wamesomeshwa wengi na vitu vingi watu wamenufaika nazo. Kwa sababu kama sasa kwa upande wetu watu vijana wengi wameingia mayouth na wamejiregister. Kwa sababu hata kuna time mwenyewe alisema kwamba ile sub county itaregister watu zaidi itawazawadi. So unaona but it was ile kuchallenge watu na watu kule kujitolea wakajiregister kwa wingi na what he had promised akafanya.
For Mr. Bakari, Mahmoud's 6-year tenure at Red Cross has been a breath of fresh air. While lauding his leadership, he describes him as a selfless man who leads by doing.
Mimi kibinafsi nikimdescribe ni kiungo muhimu sana kwa sababu mtu yote ambaye anapenda hana ubinafsi, hana kiburi, unajua ni kipenzi cha watu wengi. Ndio sababu unaona watu wengi popote anapoingia Muhammad ana fit popote. Be it hapa nje kule kazini kwake.
Mahmoud's influence among the youth also inspired the young to join Kenya Red Cross Society as volunteers. This would lead to an increase in the number of young people taking part in activities at Kenya Red Cross.
Mimi lifeguard certified. Nilikuwa tunaenda tunaokuwa msee. One point nikiwa huko nika rescue mtoto. Wameenda kucelebrate na set plan huko Kenya Beach kwa ndani. Wameenda kucelebrate as a family. Then it happened, mama akakuwa excited akamshika mtoto. Na mimi ndio niko boat, rescue boat hiyo time. Zile sektu za kwa boat, sektu ya advance, wewe naenda na nikatupwa kwa maji.
Mostly, I remember when he came in, there was a lot of hiccups in terms of volunteer management, youth engagement, and from the time that he's come in, there's good progress. You could see a lot of youth coming in to ask what is Red Cross is, how is it all about. It is through him that has made the youth realize that Red Cross exists. And a number of them have been flocking in and asking and to inquire what is all about a Red Cross.
So we should say, msalaba ni nyumbani, Red Cross ni home, day in, day out here.
While attributing her growth at Kenya Red Cross to Mahmoud, Aisha Al Husseini, the county coordinator, Kenya Red Cross Society Mombasa, says Mahmoud's role as the chairman in Mombasa had a great impact on community involvement and youth engagement with the Kenya Red Cross Society.
We've always had the structures at the community level. Yeah. That has been there since memorial, since Red Cross started. And there was time that they all died. So through his leadership when he came, we revived them back. Yeah. Right now, a community is able to respond without involving the main office because we've equipped them with knowledge and the resilience in them right now is on a higher note right now.
6 years later, the man who has made tremendous improvement at Kenya Red Cross Society has to pass on the baton. He says, once a life member, always a member.
Key things within the Red Cross Society is to be neutral, to provide without looking at the color of somebody. Yeah. Looking at even when that person, for example, if people are fighting, even when this person is robbing you and then people beat him up, it's our responsibility to go and make sure that that person is safe. So for us, it's about providing, supporting, regardless of any consideration.
Tupige makofi. Thank you. That was the legacy of compassion. Tupige makofi tena. Sasa kuna mtu ambaye amekuwa kitajwa pale kwenye ile filamu kwa muda mrefu. Unajua ni nani? Hiyo ndo kodi ya kwenda lunch. So you better shout it at the top of your voice. Anaitwa nani? Ati anaitwa nani? All right, sasa mentor. We are requesting that you come. Yes. Tulia. Sasa yes, mentor karibu sana. Mimi hata sitaki uonge. I just want to stand next to mentor. Unajua this is how you tap these blessings. Ndio? Ako wapi? Oh, hapa. Yes. I just want to stand next to mentor, tap these blessings. Watu wa communications, take a very good photo. Bado mic ni yangu. Sasa watu wangu mko wapi? Are we ready? All right, let us do this. Tusimame tafadhali, tusimame.
Swahili Pot 91.7 FM. Mombasa.
Before I give him the mic to speak, we had planned a little bit of a surprise for you. Sasa, are we ready, DJ? Okay, so let's do this.
DJ! Wapi wale? Tunataka menta acheze. Dakika tano moto. Dakika tano moto. Eti. When you see a pretty girl in the mood, look that way twice. When you see a pretty girl and you're in the mood, you better think twice before you make your move. Me ready no. Give it up. They have me ready them a walk. Eddie. To a night. We are now we are talk and enjoy the mood. Same time me ready to Charlie. Hey. Anpenda kuzilika, anpenda kicks, anpenda hii, anpenda ducks, nobody wapi waziri Join the party! Eti nini? Twende moro eti.
DJ. All right. I think we're now ready to listen to our chief mentor. Karibu sana. Yes, sasa narudisha usukani.
So before I start, I will request that the Mombasa board waje hapa mbele tafadhali. Dr. Khadija njoo, Hamza, Basweti, Mohamed. Hamza mbona enda mbali, njoo upande huu. Basweti yuko. Basweti hawezi kosa. Aisha, join us. You're also in the board. Yeah, so, you know, all the time when you talk about mentor doing this and that, there is a team that actually does all that work. Mimi huwa mnapenda kunipatia credit tu. Lakini wale ambayo wanapatiana guidance ya strategy, policy, safeguarding ya resources zetu za Red Cross ni hii team ambayo iko hapa. And why this team is extremely special is one. I don't want to talk on behalf of other boards, but we have 47 boards in the Kenya Red Cross Society. Without blinking, Mombasa is the richest. Probably in our account we have over, at the moment, if you don't count the assets, we have almost 170 million shillings. I know branches that have 3 million or 0, but they are collecting every time they meet, they take allowances. For the 6 years that I've been in this board, we have never collected even 1 shilling as board when we are sitting. And I know we actually have the right to do so, but I think what we deliberately decided jointly is when we joined Red Cross, we asked, what are you bringing, not what you are taking from it. And I know the assets, the 170 million shillings that we have in the bank, they are even much safer with the team that we have here. And that is why, for me, I am a voter wa Mombasa. Chairman wangu ni Mr. Gachanja. My vice chair is Dr. Khadija. And the board, hawa ambayo wako hapa, Basweti, Mohamed najua atakuwa anafanya mambo mengine, Hamza also a very great resource mobilizer. Kwa sababu pia wakati unaleta watu kwa board unawaleta waje wa add value. Hawakuji tu pale kuwa kama flower girls. Basweti amekuwa na to lead na mambo mengi. Wajua yeye ndiye ana the longest history ndani ya Red Cross. And then he is also very vocal. Because unajua ameruka youth, ametujoin sisi, na alipokuwa youth pia alikuwa very tough. So anatupatia a lot of ile institutional memory yako nayo. A lot of guidance tumepata kutoka kwake. Mr. Gachanja pia ni veteran, amekuwa hapa kwa muda mrefu. So although nyinyi mnafikiri mimi ninaongoza, nimekuwa naongozwa especially na Gachanja na Basweti, kwa sababu wana historia ya hii organization. So na mwisho, wakati wewe ni kiongozi, huwa nakumbusha watu, when you are a leader, you do not have a say. When you are a leader, when you are the chair, even when people are deliberating, you're supposed to keep quiet. You let people decide. Once they have decided, you go and speak, this is what we have said. The only time a leader akona say, ni wakati watano wame decide left, watano wameenda right. So yeye ndiye anasema sasa mimi naongeza kura yangu on this side, and they have a say. So, and I think for you young people, if there is something you need to learn when you are given roles from smallest divisions that you are leading, when you have been given that role, you are not a boss. You are not kusema, wewe ndio sio kila kitu. In fact, wewe ndio si chochote. Sasa hapo ndio una empower wenzako, and then ndio unawapatia nguvu. Na kabla hawajaketi chini, because sasa ndio tunafunga, ili niongee alafu tumalize twende tupate chakula tufunge siku, nitaomba Mr. Gachanja ili muanze kumzoea. But nitakuwa advisor wake. at least atuambie mambo mawili matatu. Karibu. Ama kabla ya hiyo kwa ajili ya agenda, Dr. Khadija, please say something. I know you don't like speaking.
Hinivu. Hinivu. What do I say? It's been an honor to have served besides him. Imekuwa honor kubwa. Huu moyo wako nayo sidhani most of us carry it. The natural, genuine compassion that is who he is something wingi tunafaa tuige. Sindio? Sote tunafaa tuige. He's always on the forefront. And he's approachable, I can say. Ni mtu wa vijana, sindio? Sasa mimi nimefurahi leo, part of the work. I've been with you, we've been working together, asanteni. Naomba tu kuuliza, hii anguka nayo anaachia nani? Maana sio mimi. Na mzee wangu hapa msimpeleke ICU. Anguka nayo anaachiwa nani? Kisha sitawaambia mimi ni wa Arsenal, nitawaacha sitasema. So otherwise, asanteni kwa support yenu. We will be working together. Majaliwa tunakutana next weekend kwa ballot. Karibuni sana. Asanteni.
Asanti, habari zenu. Hinivu. Togetherness. My name is Johnson Gashanja. Na mimi si mgeni Mombasa. Nimekaa Mombasa for more than 38 years. Nimekuwa hapa Kiridini. I've been a manager there. I'm retiring, so I feel nina time ya kuja kufanya Red Cross. Hata ndio chairman aliniambia, akaniambia wewe ukiretire usiende kwenu Kirinyaga. I come from Kirinyaga. Akaniuliza utaenda kuoza huko. We need you here to deal with the issues la Red Cross. Na Red Cross tulianzisha, Basweti alikuwa kijana mdogo sana akiwa university akifanya those degrees ya community something. Na nimeserve na bodi nyingi sana up to where I am, so I have experience and I know what it takes to be in Red Cross. Nashukuru Osman kwa kunikumbusha. I was your teacher, nilikuwa lecturer wake, na ukiona mtu kama huyu akikurecognize, that means you have contributed. Imagine somebody becoming a minister in the county, alafu alipitia kwa hivyo akimess naweza kuja kuchukua certificate yangu. So don't take care Mr. Osman. So when you do with the small things, mwisho inakukumbusha. Wajua hata zilikuwa sikumbuki, lakini amenikumbusha, so I feel honored for that. So huyu mentor, man like mentor, tumework na yeye for a long time. Na every time he trusted me so much mpaka nikashindwa mtu saa zote Gashanja deal with the matter. Gashanja deal with the matter. At a board meetings when he is too busy, he trusted me for many days. And I'm happy that he feel that I can do something. So I know his shoes, kiatu yake ni kubwa sana kuliko yangu, lakini tajaribu. I know I will make it. And with the board we are going to give me for the next 3 years, I will be able... Ni 4 years. Oh, kumbe nimeongezwa miaka. I was not aware. So I'll be able to deal with the matter. And much as has been said in the scorecard, lakini kitu kimoja ambao tunaweza pick as a board. For the first time, we have been able to get stakeholders to join Red Cross as partners, collaborators. Now, that is the most important thing. So, but the good thing, as I finish, first thing as a youth, I promise you, simeona hata mimi najua kuanguka naye. Despite my age, I'm able naweza kuanguka naye, so don't fear that ati huyu ni mzee sana, atashindwa. Kwa hivyo mimi hata kudance najua, so don't, msione kama huyu, hata msiniogope at 1 minute. Hiyo ni ya siku ingine. So I promise my support to you and all the stakeholders, county government and other people who have been working with us. I promise we will add more people because we need to expand and reach more people so that we can work together. So as I finish, Mentor has promised that you'll be there for me in case of any issue. because he has some friendship which I don't have. So nikitaka somewhere namshika yeye, because once a life member always. So he will be there for me. And the one thing I must appreciate with him is, simu yangu, he takes it as a priority. Nikimpigia simu, vile watu wengine wanahepa simu, au ako busy nini, he has always answered my phone. And that is the reason why I am happy that he trusted me and I'm able to work and move the society forward. So God, Mungu abariki sana, tutaendelea kushirikiana kwa mengi.
Yeah, you can have a seat. Hamza, ujue nje hujasema kitu, utasalimiana. Just say your name then.
Inivu. Hamza is my name. I think we've met with a couple of you, most of you we've met. I joined Red Cross not very many years ago, but under the guidance of Mentor, like everybody here. Even I have a story to tell. He's been our mentor even for the board, and Mr. Gashanja, Dr. Hadija, Aisha. It's been a learning lesson with all of them, and inshallah we hope to see this society in Mombasa reach greater heights and to do the good for the people that we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think now we have come to a close. And leo nataka kutumia fursa hii kushukuru watu wote ambayo tumekuwa na wao hapa, wale ambayo nimewaita na wakaja. Leo kwa mara ya kwanza nasema, it's not only the first time by the way, waziri na wageni. Leo wale vijana viongozi ambayo niliwapigia simu kuambia waje, niliwaambia hata shilingi ya transport sina. Leo nataka kuona kama nikiwaita mnakuja. So I really appreciate those who have come. Najua kuna baadhi, I know what they still did. Kuna wengine ambayo ni viongozi na wanajua wenzao hawawezi kuja hapa. Wametumia pesa zao kuwalipia matatu, and I just thank you. That is leadership. That is very good. Because there are times when we are always there for community. There are times we also need the community to come forward for us. So in Mombasa, I was sharing this with the chair juzi tukiwa Nairobi. A lot of people look at me as a role model. A lot of people look at me as if I have a lot of all the solutions. But I normally tell them, mimi pia huwa nalia. Lakini huwa nalia kwa mvua. Kwa sababu wakati mwingine watu wakikuona unalia, wanaichukulia inakuwa ni kama weakness. Unajua wakati wewe ni baba ndani ya nyumba, hata wakati haujui utawalisha watoto nyinyi chakula gani, inabidi utoke tu, si ndio? Hata kama hauendi kazini, unazunguka treasury, unaenda hivi, because then they will hope that ametoka, maybe something will come. So it's for a man, and especially an African man, you have to go through a lot while giving hope to your family. But what I also remind you is that we are also human. We also grew through a lot of challenges. Personally, I'm very happy. Nyinyi mnanifanya nianguke nayo na nimekuwa umra hata siku 40 sijamaliza. For the first time in 15 years, I've gone on leave for 3 weeks. I've never taken leave for the last 15 years, and I think it is because of the different roles that I play nationally, hapa na some internationally. So hata wakati nimetoka kwa hii, hawa wananisubiri niwe fully. But I made a decision last year, I think the last quarter ya mwaka jana, kusema, wajua kuna wakati una build watu all the time, mpaka unajisahau wewe mwenyewe, mpaka wakati mwingine unasahau pia familia yako. So I think I said this year, I need to reduce some of the things that I'm doing. And we've had a discussion even with the Secretary General of Red Cross. Abdul Hakim, mpaka 2 days ago bado wananiambia, they need me to go at the national level. And I know they are still pushing, but I'm still telling them, it reaches a time when also self-care is important. So I think slowly now, I will not withdrawing from the community, because mimi huwa nimelewa, my addiction in community, but I also need to balance and also have my time as well. And I think this is a message also I want other volunteers to have. Serve the community, but you can serve the community more if you build yourself. I think the reason I've had a good time to serve the community, it's because in my early days, especially in my late 20s and early 30s, in fact in my late 20s, nilikuwa mimi pia, unaona watu wakisema sijui Arsenal na Manchester, mimi sitaji chochote. Na tafadhali Dr. Aisha, Dr. Khadija, msijifanye ati Red Cross ni Arsenal kwa sababu ni red. Like in my late 20s, there was a time I just woke up and I stopped watching Premier League. Na nilikuwa, in my college I was a goalkeeper, na nilikuwa napenda mpira. My team was Liverpool then, but yeah, so but niliamka siku moja nikasema the work that I'm doing, it was very sensitive work because I was juggling between doing business and being employed. And the work that I was doing nilikuwa natumia kama 15 hours in a day. But nikijiingiza kwa mambo ya mpira, then it means I need to distract, ile unajitoa katika vitu muhimu. So nikasema hii maneno must stop. Let me concentrate with my work. And I think within a few years, at 32 niliwacha kazi. Na niliwacha kazi kwa nini? Because nilikuwa nimejiwekea target I have to retire at 30. So nikachelewa na miaka miwili. But when I retired, nilikuwa tayari nimejijenga kwa sababu ya kuwa na sacrifice fulani. So pia sisi vijana, because majority hapa ni vijana, in life it's always about choices. At times una ushawishi wa mambo mengi sana, but can you sacrifice hiyo short term, hiyo spice? Mbona mnacheka? Acha ni nyamazi. So nani ameshikwa? Yeah, so I think it's so important that we actually sacrifice certain short-term gains for long-term. Kwa sababu ikiwa hauko tayari kusacrifice kidogo, kujijenga, kujinyima, then you will forever be a slave. You'll forever be running around helter-skelter na hata hujui unaenda wapi. But I also want to thank the young people, and I also do not want to discourage you from volunteering. Kwa sababu wengi wanasema why should I, mpaka wanaita volunteerism, voluntoa. Ati yani inakumaliza tu inatoa. I guarantee you the blessings that I get, na saa zingine blessings ni mambo mengi, hata kuwa na afya ni blessings. Mwenyezi Mungu anaweza kuwa anakupatia afya nzuri kwa sababu ya ile service unapatia watu. So let us not tire, let us build our profiles through volunteering, because when you volunteer you can go to any place ukasema niko na 5 years experience ya project management ama 5 years experience kwa logistics. But all of it umeifanya wapi? Ukivolunteer hapa Kenya Red Cross Society. So I will encourage you to volunteer, but as you volunteer, build yourself. Usiwe uko pale pale. In fact, the question that you should always be asking yourself, where do I want to be? Saizi tuko April. April ni huwa ni siku nzuri. Huwa nilikuwa naambia watu juzi, mimi nishaandikwa kazi mara 2 tu. And we were lucky siku zetu huwa sija apply kazi, huwa tunapewa tu kazi. Lakini hiyo ni miaka ya nyuma, saizi mambo mengine. I've always been employed in April. Yani kazi zangu zote nilipata April, na April pia ndio birthday ile month yangu. 420 ni siku ya yeah, so for me what I will encourage you, na maybe nitamalizia hapa. Ni muhimu sana the board ambayo inaingia, na ni board ambayo tumefanya kazi pamoja, so nafikiri ni kitu ambayo inaendelea. And if you have noticed, and probably Mr. Gachanja you will notice that, for the last 1 year I've allowed yourself and even Dr. Khadija to chair the board a couple of times. Na saa zingine mimi huwa napotea tu deliberately, kwa sababu we have to build continuity. We must always plan wherever we are, you must really have a business continuity plan. Ndio ukipewa na wewe fursa haushikili tu. Yani hata utaki kupatia watu fursa. ni muhimu sana tuwe tunafanya mambo ambayo inaendelea. Na mpaka smile ile ambayo tumefika saa hizi, mimi niko na a lot of faith with the team that is coming. We will continue supporting you, and I also urge you kama vijana muendelee kusupport hii team yetu. Nafikiri kwa hayo nitamalizia hapo so that we can go and eat. But there are few people. Umi yako wapi? Umi Omar. Umi huyo mmoja ule wa makaburini. Njoo hapa tafadhali. Umi Kolo uko wapi? Collins. Umi Sadik pia kwa wapi? Sijui ni hiyo jina. Bado una wasiwasi, kwani kuna kitu na siwadai? Nafikiri nilikuwa nataka kutumia tu mfano ya hawa watu wawili. Umi huyu and now I used to tell even hata mbele ya county coordinator, as a chair, a lot of times people call you tunataka damu. If I call the branch niwaambie, that is not how it's supposed to work, but I want to emphasize the issue of personal sacrifice. When I call the branch niwaambie, ebu tafadhalini msaidieni huyu mtu apate damu, na nimpigie Umi atapeleka damu faster. Na what is the reason? It's not supposed to work like that, but what is the reason? Huyu akiwa high school ameenda kukesha, ameenda kuvolunteer Coast General. So ulienda ukiwa form gapi? Alianza kuvolunteer Coast General akiwa form 3. Na alienda blood bank. Amespend time yake yote ana volunteer blood bank. Amekuwa pia volunteer wa Kenya Red Cross. Yeye in fact akikuona wanauliza unatoa damu lini? Kama mimi damu yangu anapenda nitoe saa zote kwa sababu I'm also O positive. I am a universal donor. So she always reminds me, miezi imeisha, umeshatoa damu. Na alafu tukitembea mahali akiona watu anasema hizi ni pint nyingi. But what she's been doing, she's been saving lives. And you saw the story of Banks and the mom. Banks alishukuru sana kuwa alipata damu ikamsaidia mamake ambaye bado yuko katika dialysis, na tunamwombea aendelee kujisikia vizuri. Mamake yuko Kaloleni. But in fact mama alipopona kidogo nilimuuliza Banks, but I'm happy I saw him donating blood. Na nikamwambia umeona vile mamako alisaidiwa, ikiwa sote tutakuwa tunatoa damu regularly, then you don't have to call Umi or myself or the chair, incoming chair, kumwambia nataka damu. So if there is something hapa mutoke. Nani ametoa damu the last 3 months? Hebu tuinue mkono. That is a good number kwa sababu nyinyi ni Red Cross, but it's still a quarter. And I don't know ni kwa nini leo hatukuweka blood donation pale. So wale ambaye hawajatoa ni wangapi wana pledge within the next 1 month watatoa damu? Yeah, na nitaanza na hao mawaziri. To fix date lini next week kabla sijatoka? Ama tutapanga hiyo? No, saizi, tupange saizi. Unaona anajua umuhimu wa damu because mamake alihitaji damu sana. Yeah, so I think the county coordinator is here, everybody is here. Wacha tuwe na ile tabia ya at least 3 or 4 times in a year, tuwe tunatoa damu. And then Collins mimi nikijoin Red Cross, ni baadhi ya wale vijana ambayo walinialika. Alikuwa very active katika zile chapters za nishazimia mic.
1 2 1 2 1 2 zote zimezima. 1 2. Angalia pale. You know, in my other life I was a radio technician, so lazima nikumbuke pia kazi yangu. So, and during the food distribution time, he was in charge huku Nyali. Na hawa na kina Umi wote ni watoto. You can imagine size wenyewe ni watoto wadogo. So ilikuwa ni how many years ago? 3 years? 5 years? Okay. So 5 years ago you can imagine huyu alikuwa vipi. But the way they were defending the food that we are giving people. Mpaka nakumbuka kuna mawaziri wa county walikuwa wanakuja kwao
wanawaambia patia hawa chakula, wanawaambia hawa hawako kwenye list, hatukuwa mapo mchana. And they really, nakumbuka hata kuna wakati wewe unarushiwa mawe, but they were there for the society. And then wakimaliza hiyo saa 10 ya usiku, I meet them walking back, because we had almost 2,000 people. So how do you have transport for 2,000 people? So and these young people are the backbone, and they are so passionate about what they are doing. I'm happy you pursued community service in the university now, and I'm still watching you, but these are the people who inspire me every day, and they make me proud. So asanteni sana. I hope we'll have more people like you. Asanteni sana. Ama Umi utakutambia nini? Angaambia anakimbia. Wewe wape damu iko.
Okay. Samahani jamani, siko katika ratiba ya kuongea, lakini nimeomba kuongea kwa sababu najikinai na najiamini kwamba Mahmoud Nur ni rafiki yangu wa karibu. Kuna msemo ambao ulisemwa na aliyekuwa rais mstaafu wa Tanzania, ndugu Ali Hassan Mwinyi. Alisema ya kwamba maisha ya duniani ni mafupi, na tunavyoishi tuishi kwa kuamiliana kwa wema, ili utakapoondoka katika ulimwengu uwe hadithi njema itakayosimuliwa waliobaki. Na leo hii sote tukubali ya kwamba ndugu yetu Mahmoud Nur ameishi vyema, na yeye ni hadithi njema ya kusimuliwa kwa watu wote. Hayo ndo maneno ambayo yamefanana na hadhara hii, na nikaona niyaseme, yanitoke, kwa sababu ndugu yetu Mahmoud Nur ni mwema, na yeye tutamzungumza kwa wema. Mwenyezi Mungu akupe kila la kheri.
Thank you. Kuna mtu mmoja anataka kwa PWD tusikie sauti yake, from Likoni, because I always see you everywhere, and you always a big supporter of Red Cross. Na jumla na wewe, so wewe utazungumza wewe as a guy. Just say something.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon. Can you clap for me? Thank you. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Actually, it's a surprise. Now, I really want to celebrate you as to keep Tuna Max. You is 66, I don't know. But Mahmoud Nur is a mentor. Mwenye ana ubaguzi kwa PWD, and even to everyone. I first met him for the first time ikawa tunagawanya chakula ili wakati wa COVID. Na tulikuwa tunasukumana, and I'm like, kwani huyu jamaa ni nani? And I didn't know. So amenitake through regardless of my disability. Through him, nimejikuta Swahili Port, and I'm among the case management project, whereby I'm really mentoring so many youths in Likoni, hata si wale wenye wako na disability, and through him I've become an inspiration to so many youths, and even to so many CSOs, to engage in so many activities. Wangapi wananijua? Almost 90% of the team we are here. And I'm so privileged to be honored. Naona viongozi wangu pale, Mheshimiwa Mwamiri, Mheshimiwa Letarazi, all those people, all our leaders, Waziri Osman, tumefanya a lot. And I really want to thank the youth of Likoni and the youth of Mombasa County as a whole. Just tell yourself you are special when you are here. Jambie tu I'm special. Simjambie uko special. So thank you so much nawapenda, and I'm looking forward to work with all of you. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki, and can you clap for my fellow PWDs? Tumetembea lakini hatujachoka. So thank you so much, mentor. I'm proud of you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Jumlad. I am life member. I am 25 years. Red Cross and tulifanya mambo mengi. Nenda Taveta siku tatu hivi. So mental, Mungu akuongoze, Mungu akupe takuhitaji inshallah.
Thank you so much. Nimekatiza ama tunaendelea? Thank you. Sasa mentor, tulikuwa na zawadi kwako kwa sababu ya kazi kubwa ambayo umeweza kufanya kwa community. The investment that you've made to every one of us. I think mentor amekugusa. Kama amekugusa in one way or another, please inua mkono yako tafadhali. Yes, that is how much impact you've made. And speaking from Swahili Pot's perspective, as a creative, from Creatives Department in Swahili Pot Hub, we've seen a lot because of your love for us and your work for us. So, tulikuwa tuna zawadi 3, lakini moja amejipea mwenyewe. Sasa hebu tumpigie makofi kwa hilo. Tumemtayarishia zawadi akaamua atajichukulia kwanza peke yake. Kwa hivyo makofi kwake tena. Zawadi ya pili ambayo ni yake, nataka nitaje ya kwanza ambayo amejipatia mwenyewe ni ya Jomjom pale. Hi Jomjom. Yes, hiyo ndio ilikuwa zawadi yako ya kwanza. We wanted you to see how much impact you've made to our society. And Jomlet was one of the people who were supposed to speak about that. So zawadi yetu ya pili, mko tayari? Si ndo tunapiga makofi, si ametu impact? Yes, tunapiga makofi. Zawadi yetu ya pili inatoka kwa Mama Zakia. Tupige Mama Zakia makofi anapokuja kumpementa zawadi yake ya pili. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. Mpaka afike.
Mentoa jasho. Inevu.